Welcome to our celebration of the 25th anniversary of the Rosie's Place Wellness Center. Yeah! Okay! We are pleased to have with us today Boston Mayor Marty Walsh, Boston City Councilor Michael Flaherty, State Representative John Santiago, and we also welcome members of our Board of Directors and Leadership Council and key representatives from our three partner organizations in the Wellness Center. Regis College President Antoinette Hayes, Healthcare Without Walls founder and Chief Medical Officer Dr. Rosanna Means, Boston Healthcare for the Homeless Associate Medical Director Melinda Thomas. The story of the Wellness Center began in 1993. Our founder, Kip Tiernan, was accepting an honorary degree at Regis College when she was also presented with an intriguing offer by Regis Nursing faculty member, Mary Smollers. Could Mary's nursing students obtain valuable and relevant community-based experience by providing free nursing care to the guests of Rosie's Place? Kip recognized the potential of this mutually beneficial relationship, and the Wellness Center was born. The program started with one Regis student and one faculty advisor finding any corner of our busy dining room to offer blood pressure screenings and wellness-related education on a variety of topics. 5 years later, Healthcare Without Walls volunteered their physician and nursing services to the center, and 10 years after that, we were joined by providers from Boston Healthcare for the Homeless. Today, 25 years after its doors first opened, the Wellness Center has grown into a dedicated space for exams, direct care and consultations, providing an average of 4,600 appointments with guests each year. We are proud that Rosie's Place is able to offer our guests such quality wellness care 5 days a week, thanks to our partnership with these three organizations. Like all of the services offered at Rosie's Place, those in the Wellness Center are reliable, they are offered compassionately, and they are informed by a holistic approach that truly recognizes the unique needs of poor and homeless women. We are deeply grateful for the contributions made by these community partners. Their dedication and generosity makes the good work being done every day in the Wellness Center possible. Thank you all so much. I now have the great pleasure of introducing another extraordinary friend of Rosie's Place, Mayor Walsh.
Thank you, Madam President. I appreciate that introduction. Let me just say a few thank yous in the room. Thank you to Regis College. Thank you so much for this partnership. I want to thank Rosie's Place for doing amazing work. I want to thank the guests of Rosie's Place for being so special, and thank you for allowing us to be part of your life. I want to thank Healthcare Without Walls and Boston's Healthcare for the Homeless, incredible organizations in the city and in the Commonwealth that do some amazing things. I want to thank Michael Flaherty, who's been doing this work for a long time as a city councilor, and I know his mom Peg, if she was here, she'd be with us today, because she understood the value of making sure that helping women and making sure women have all the support that they need. I want to thank Representative Santiago, who has done an amazing job as a state representative working on the issue of homelessness and addiction and mental health and all of the things that I'm going to be grabbed outside about. How do we continue to make improvements in people's lives? So thank you for that. To my team that are here, a lot of folks, I want to give 2 shout outs. One is to Lala Bernstein, who has done, actually 3 shout outs, who's done an amazing job on homelessness in the city of Boston. Sheila, Dylan, Jim Green, and so many other people. I want to thank you all. The Wellness Center obviously represents best values: compassion, community, and hope. And you think about when Kip started this 25 years ago, it was an advanced idea, and it was a progressive way of thinking, of truly helping heal or support the whole person, something that's really important. In 25 years, this has grown from a great idea into a powerful force of good, serving over 4,600 people per year, which is incredible. Rosie's Place helps make sure that women not just kind of get back on their feet, but reclaim their lives. And that is so important. I was talking to somebody today, they were talking about being sober. And I was explaining to them that they were talking about somebody who didn't have a drink in a long time, but is still kind of angry. And I said, there's a big difference between getting sober and not drinking and being in recovery. And being sober is somebody who stops drinking and doesn't drink anymore. Being in recovery means that you work on your whole body. And you work on everything about you. And I was explaining this to somebody today. And that's what happens here at the Wellness Center. It's recovering the whole body. It's taking care of the individual and having something like that. And that is so key. And I think a lot of people don't understand that today. Rosie's Place, I'm not going to go too much into a commercial for Rosie's Place, but it's amazing. It's an amazing place. I remember coming here as a state representative with my office one time. We came by and we served lunch. And it wasn't during a holiday, it was just a day of the week, and we sat over here. And I remember playing over in the corner. There were little girls over in the corner. She was beautiful. She was about 4 years old. And I got down on the floor, we're playing with dolls or something, whatever we were doing. And I realized to myself that this poor little one, if she didn't have Rosie's Place and her mom didn't have Rosie's Place, what's her future going to hold? And Rosie's Place helps rebuild lives, and I want to thank you for that. On the housing front, with the help of a lot of people in the city of Boston, we've been able to house 800 chronically homeless individuals over the last three and a half years. 1,000 more veterans in the last 3.5 years, almost 1,900 people in the last 3.5 years. Over the past years, from 2016 to 2019, we have reduced chronic homelessness on the streets of Boston by 20%, and that's great. But every day, this woman just said it, whispered, mouthed it, it's not enough, and I agree 100%. So we're going to continue to keep working while we have the momentum going. And we clearly are going to depend upon organizations like Rosie's Place to help us. And I want to thank Regis College because it's important that we have our college institutions at the table. And in this particular case here, you can see when we take an educational institution, partnering with a place, Rosie's Place, you can see the benefit of that. And that's 25 years of helping a woman when they walk through the front door and they're broken to reestablish themselves, that at some point when they walk out that door, they can be very proud of who they are today. So thank you very much, and congratulations to Rosie's Place. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor Walsh. Regis College was with us since day one, and their partnership has been the bedrock of the program's success. Our guests receive individualized attention from the nurses in training, while Regis students are given the opportunity to broaden their knowledge by working with a population of women who are often overlooked. It is heartening to know that there are legions of nurses out there today whose training has been informed by their time at Rosie's Place. When we thank Mary Smollers for her vision and for igniting the spark that inspired the Wellness Center. We're also grateful to Laura Gorville for her passion and leadership today. Laurel has become an integral part of the Rosie's Place community and is sought out by staff and guests alike for her expertise and kind understanding, and also, may I add, for her terrific sense of humor. We deeply value our partnership with Regis College and are honored to celebrate this milestone with them. President Hayes, could you please join me?
I can make this work. How's that? Okay. Thank you, Leah Marie. It is really such a pleasure to be here accepting this honor for Regis and as part of your extraordinary Rosie's Place team. And thank you, Mr. Mayor, as well, for your continued support. This partnership started with one Regis nursing faculty. And Mary, you haven't been asked to stand up yet, but I'm going to ask you to stand up. This one faculty advisor came here the first day in the corner of a dining room at the Wellness Center and created the wellness screenings, doing blood pressures and foot care. I remember her coming back to the office and talking about how a warm pan of water and talking to these women and the guests at Rosie's place and how much that meant to the women and how important it was for their wellness. We started, as you said, in 1994. Today, students and faculty from the university's nationally recognized Young School of Nursing at Regis provides health care with Laurel 3 days a week with our students. Regis nursing faculty and students staff the center, offering critical screenings and direct care to women who might otherwise not have access to health care. It is an honor and I believe a responsibility for colleges and universities throughout Greater Boston, as you said, Mr. Mayor, to step in and use the power of education to solve complex problems and meet the needs of our community. We are very proud of our long-standing relationship with Rosie's Place, an organization that fits perfectly with our mission to serve all in need without distinction. Our nursing students gain real-world experience here while offering a valuable service to a vulnerable and diverse population. And I can tell you many students would come back to campus and do continue to when they come back to campus. Going out to Rosie's at first, I'm giving to them. And when they realize when they come back, I received more from the guests of Rosie's than I gave them. We are also honored to stand alongside Boston Healthcare for the Homeless and Healthcare Without Walls, which also provide critical care in partnership with us to the services at the Wellness Center. Well, it's been 25 years, and we look forward to another 25 to bring the excellent care that you well deserve and the guests of this wonderful place deserve in Boston to our beloved women at Rosie's Place. Thank you so much.
Yes, you actually do get to keep it. No, it's not just for show. Dr. Rosanna Means of Healthcare Without Walls founded her organization, then called Women of Means, 20 years ago. For decades, she has been committed to meeting the needs of underserved women in Boston, and we are proud to have been one of her very first partners. The physician oversight provided by Rosanna and her team is essential to the operation of the Wellness Center. Special recognition go to staffers Ellen Matathia, John Schmitz, and Diana Sun, whose kindness and empathy in working with our guests is noted by all. Thank you, Healthcare Without Walls, for your long-time friendship, and to you, Rosanna, for your personal dedication. Rosanna, could you please come up? Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you. Mr. Mayor, it's very nice to have you here, and John and representatives, it's important to have you all here. Oh, there you are, I was looking for you. Hi there. So I have to do a shout out to Mary, because it was Mary who called me over in 1999 to bring physician leadership to the program here at the Wellness Center. And we had some really great adventures, some good stories, some good moments with the women. Our team has been incredibly dedicated and committed to taking care of women and women who and persons who identify as women for the past 20 years. And we feel incredibly grateful and honored by Rosie's Place to have this recognition today. I want to tell you a very quick story about one of our students. We have medical students from all the teaching hospitals here in Boston, as well as nursing students from Regis and other nursing programs as well. And for a while, we had a podiatrist coming down here doing foot care. And one day, we were doing foot care actually in the locker room. And this young man was sitting on the bench and washing the woman's feet and cutting the toenails with the podiatrist, leaning over at the podiatrist's shoulder to see what she was doing. And at the end of the day, he said, "This is the most amazing experience I've ever had. I've learned so much about the women and how to take care of the women and how to break down the barriers." And I said, "I'm so glad that you came here today. And have you ever been in a homeless shelter before?" And he looked up at me and he said, "Not since my mother took my brother and my hand and we ran for our lives to a shelter when I was 4 years old." So you just never know, through the grace of God, where we're going to end up in our lives. And we feel incredibly blessed to be able to be here to provide the care that we provide and to be part of the extraordinary triumvirate of agencies that are here to take care of the women of Rosie's Place. Thank you.
Boston Healthcare for the Homeless and Rosie's Place have much in common. We serve many of the same women, we are kindred in our core values, and we share a founder. Kip Tiernan was part of the group with current leader Jim O'Connell, who established Boston Healthcare for the Homeless back in 1985. It is fitting then that for the past decade, they've been a vital part of the Wellness Center. Their pioneering work in the community with homeless individuals set the standard for compassionate care and became the model for others seeking to serve the same population. Our guests clearly benefit from their expertise and especially from their caring clinician, Lisa Schwartz. We are so lucky that you all are here for our guests and that you're a part of our community. Thank you so much. Please join me, Melinda.
Okay, wow, this is fabulous. I'm a little taller here, so hopefully everybody can hear me. Thank you so much. We at Healthcare for the Homeless are just so grateful to be part of this community, part of Rosie's Place, and to work alongside Regis and Healthcare Without Walls. It's been a tremendous collaboration over the last 10 years, and we couldn't be more thankful and grateful for that. So at Healthcare for the Homeless, we've been able to provide medical services, benefits, support, and patient education services through the use of patient groups here in the cafeteria. And this year, we were able to enhance our relationship with Regis College. And thank you, Laurel, for helping us through all of that. And I honestly cannot think of a better place for nurses and nurse practitioners, RNs and nurse practitioners, to learn about what's going on in their own backyard. So this is local care, it's important work, and no matter where these awesome students go, they take this learning with them. So if they end up in the ICU and they end up working for some fancy plastic surgeon out in Beverly Hills, they will still take this work with them, and their patients will always benefit from that. So in the last 5 to 10 years, we all know that this neighborhood has seen a shift in milieu. And it can't go without mention that we in the Wellness Center, all of us, have had to shift to address the needs of those who are suffering from acute substance use disorder, while maintaining the balance and the holistic care that this Wellness Center is so known for. It's a challenge that all healthcare organizations and all service organizations in the city are working on. And I think Rosie's Place has done a fabulous job. So I know that it's been a challenge in the building, and it's been a true collaboration and an honor to be working with all of you. And Sandy in particular, thank you so much for that.
Look at the cake. Look at the cake.